Good morning everybody, welcome to the video. As you can tell, we're on our morning run. It's a little bit cold here in Helsinki today. Minus 15 degrees and with a wind chill factor of minus 22. So wrapped up, nice and warm. So today is my final run before the review of the New Balance 1080 V11s. We'll have brought it up to 100 kilometers and this is a long run. And you know, the funny thing is with these shoes that they're pretty good shoes, but also at the same time I just can't get on with them. You know those days when you find those excuses not to go out. It's too cold, it's raining, I just can't be bothered, I deserve a rest day. Well, more often than not, that's your mind thinking, trying to save you energy. And I ask you, question yourself, question your thoughts, because most of the time that is not what actually you want. And yeah, me this morning, I had some excuses, but also I knew what I want, and I do not regret it. I can tell you that right now. Okay, my fingers are a little bit cold, but I don't regret it. So as you can see, this is like the river and it's going over, what is this called? I don't actually know. But that's when you know when it's cold, when even these really fast flowing water parts are freezing over. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I always get really kind of overwhelmed by Mother Nature, or inspired, or what is the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Mesmerized. You and I 날라가 cause we're flying for my problems. Yeah, I got problems popping bottles. And of course, reasons and excuses are two very different things. Because you've got a really bad Achilles, that's a reason, it's not an excuse. So I'm not advocating that everything that we have in our life is an excuse, but the fact that, let's say I've got an 8-hour working day and I can't fit it in, I personally think that's an excuse. Whatever we want to do, we should prioritize in our life, and we end up doing that subconsciously anyway. And well, for me, I clearly want to run, I clearly want to prioritize my own health, my own goals, and making my fingers cold, because holding the GoPro like this, boy oh boy, they are cold. Picking up pieces of you. Yeah, but how can I keep with you? I've been just picking up pieces of you. Yeah, but how can I keep with you? I've been just picking up pieces of you. Yeah, but how can I keep with you? I've been just picking up pieces of you. Finally, I've reached 100 kilometers in the New Balance 1080 version 11s. I always try to get 100 kilometers in my running shoes before putting a review up. Not only that, I always try to do some specific sessions of what that shoe is all about. So in this case here, what my thoughts and feelings are with the New Balance shoe is, it's a long run shoe, it's an easy running shoe, and I think you can probably tell why. So a few little stats about the shoe. It has got an 8mm drop from the heel to the toe, 30mm in the heel and 22mm in the forefoot. On the New Balance website, the advertised size comes in at 263 grams. Now when I got these shoes, yes, New Balance did send them to me for free, There was no obligations for me to do anything, because after all, this is my YouTube channel and I want to keep it honest and real and true. So one of the first problems for me here with New Balance shoes, when you're trying on any brand new shoe, is that you should be trying them on physically in the shop, not buying online and guessing and trying to get the right size. However, I went down to my local sports store. I actually tried them on in the size below this and also in this size, and the size below it was just a little bit too short and a little bit too tight. But on the opposite side of things, the 46.5 just feels a little bit too big. Now that is going to be a good thing for some people and probably a bad thing for people like me, but I'm going to explain about that. So in general, you'll probably be able to find this in the shops now as we are going into the new seasons next year, probably around 130 euros, which is a pretty fair price for a running shoe nowadays. So I'm going to go through a few of the positives and negatives, and then we'll get into a little bit more discussion about that after. So you can just take a look at the shoe and probably understand what it's all about. Lots of cushioning and built for comfort. So if you're looking for a great everyday runner, I think this is what New Balance have aimed this shoe towards. And I have to say, this is what I've been using the shoes in. I haven't been so inclined to be using them in some intervals. Yeah, I've done some strides and such. So when I've got a repetition workout, some intervals or some tempo runs, I'm not really, grabbing for this out of my shoe rotation. I've got other shoes which I'm probably more inclined to be picking. But of course, remember, 80% of your running generally is easy running. So what did I like about the shoe? Well, I think let's start with what is the obvious. It is really comfy. This foam in the midsole is just really comfy underfoot. You don't lose your foot underneath it though. So yeah, the comfort wise, not only of the midsole, but also the materials that go over the shoe and this heel cup area. I'm gonna be honest, I was like doubting this and I thought, how on earth is this gonna keep my foot in place? It felt so short when I first put it on and I was trying it, but it was actually really comfortable and also, hugged quite well around my heel area. Now 100 kilometers of running, yeah, it's a good amount, but it's not a durability, full-on test. But from what I've seen is like the midsole has still the same feeling, hasn't got any compression marks there. The upper material's still in perfect condition. And if we look at the sole of the shoe as well, actually it's in really good condition also. And as for the build quality of the shoe, I think it's really good because it's geared and sort of revolved in what I would be using this shoe for, which is like easy running days and long run days, that it is going to last the time and also through those longer runs, but also it feels comfortable in the foot and whilst you're wearing it. I think that's a really important part about a running shoe, that it should feel comfortable, as if it doesn't, well, you're not going to really want to wear it for long miles. Nowadays we see shoe prices going up and up and up and up, but as I said, I've seen these shoes for 130 euros, and in 2022 when all those new lines are coming out, I can see the price decreasing a little more, and this shoe being really good bang for your buck for what you want to get for running. I'm going to be completely honest here because this is my YouTube channel. I like to keep things honest here, and I felt like a little bit of problem here because New Balance sent me the shoes and I really made sure from the offset that this YouTube channel is not sponsored by anyone and is kind of like a platform for me for free speech. But when somebody sends you something for free and has been kind to you, it's natural that you want to be kind back. But of course I can be kind by being completely honest, and I've had some problems with this shoe. What I've really found is that the sizing just is not the right type of shoe for my type of foot. And that's a totally normal thing. If we look at the Adios range by Adidas, they're a quite narrow fitting shoe and there's quite a lot of people who don't get on with them. For me, Adios are the perfect range for me and they fit my foot so well. And I think this is one of the things with this shoe that I found, and as a result of it being a little bit wider, if I would have got the size a little bit smaller, it would have fit perfectly around this midfoot kind of area around there. but it's a little bit too short that my toes would be hitting the end. So running true to size for me in the 46.5 enabled me to have that correct length, but then as a result it just got a little bit too wide around this midfoot area, and what I had to do is really cinch it down, and you can probably see in here that I've really pulled them tight, and as a result I did get a little bit of rubbing here, and yeah, the foot didn't move around and it still feels comfortable, and I wouldn't have run 100 kilometers in them if I didn't find it comfortable. But it was just something I had to play around with a little bit, and that made me lose a little bit of confidence in the shoe. And from what I understand, like with the Rebel V2s or the RC Elite, which are their kind of racing line with the carbon plate or just a little bit more aggressive, that they do fit a little bit smaller in size, and to be honest that's probably going to be perfect for me. But yeah, this shoe, it didn't quite cut it with my shoe size and foot shape. So even though I found the heel cup to be good and comfortable, it's just not my thing. I don't like it. For some reason I just don't like it if it's the style and such, but also I just feel like I run a lot on gravel roads, and anything that for some reason nowadays they have these heel tabs quite a lot, and I find that just gravel, it helps gravel collect and go into your shoe. I haven't experienced lots of gravel going in there, I'm not going to say that, but you know, why add a certain element of risk that could happen? For me, I'm perfectly fine with most of the shoes that I run in but don't have it, so I think I would probably try and eliminate that. But other than that, yeah, I can't say I've got any more negatives other than, well, no, that's it. So we've all heard now what I do and don't like about the shoe after running 100 kilometers. If you're watching this and you have ran in any of the previous versions or in this shoe, please leave your mini review down below so the rest of the community of people watching this video can also benefit from that as well, please. So there's a little bit of a general overview. I enjoyed the shoe, but I didn't. Yeah, I know that doesn't summarize it very well, but yeah, get the sizing right. You should be going to your local running store when you're buying shoes and trying them on, and also, you know, it's great to support local businesses. But yeah, the sizing just didn't work for me, unfortunately, on this, I don't think, and that's fine. I can use it for an easy running day shoe and everything, but it's not my go-to shoe. And just one thing, it's not the fact that I bought the wrong shoe size, it's the fact that it is the right size, it just doesn't fit correctly on my foot. So there we go. That is my review of the New Balance 1080 V11s, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope it brought some value. If you've got any comments or questions, leave them down below, and of course I'll get back to you. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and we'll see you in the next video.